Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to StarVaders, where I'd like to think I'm getting the hang of this third mech here, and we're kinda sorta getting it. So here's a question. Do we want more cards? Honestly, I could really use more spawns. I think that would be super helpful. But we can't guarantee we'll get a card that will cause more spawns, but it would be really nice to have one. And, you know, rares are nice. Like, we can make this work. Hopefully the tunnel vision won't deny us a spawn card at the end of the battle. Let's give it a shot. Gotta keep getting stronger, right? Alright, which kind of guy are you? When its shield breaks, add corruption to your discard. Okay, alright. It's been a minute. Forgotten about you. So we also got these void rifts, and these are gonna be somewhat problematic. We do have tactical advance, which is going to let us move the auto bomb around to a spot where it's going to do something different at the very least. So how do we want to handle this? When you activate a slicer, it moves up to 4 tiles in any direction and strikes. Yo, that's a pretty good little friend, actually. Spawning a slicer, getting it to here, and then having it do its big move would be pretty rad. And we can advance the bomb out of the way. And then we don't, unfortunately, have an explosion, but we could clear this thing's shield with Conjure beforehand. I actually really like this as a start. So we like any direction. Yeah, okay. So we wander you to here. Activate you to move. No, wait, sorry. Conjure. Then activate you to move to here. Pretty slick, actually. Tactical advance this thing to a better position. Can only strike tiles in the row. Like we do need to start clearing some of these void things. It's just like we can't put our own units next to them because they'll explode and destroy them. It is a little tricky. We could shrivel off of this guy to break the void spawn that he's next to. It doesn't matter that it would give him a shield because he's already got one. Or I could just save the mana. It's certainly not the end of the world if we just save the mana. You know what I think I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to assemble here so that we hit this thing a second time. And I guess I may as well draw a card because, like, right. Blowing you up manually with blast doesn't really accomplish anything. I have 1 mana left, but I think I am just going to hold it for next turn. Okay, getting rid of all those things is important. And here's our slicer again. It's pretty good stuff. It was like, again, like a dash through here would be pretty good. It is kind of a lot of resources to do that. Okay, let's spend a poof. I wonder if, instead of trying to do a slash through here, I wonder if it's better to just, like, get something to this location and blast it. We have Conjure again, so we could clear this thing's shield and then do the explosion. The question is just like, what would I be able to get there? You can wander through enemies, right? So we could probably just puppet wander. We could also do some bewitching. Like if I bewitch this. Okay, I can wander it to there. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to blast immediately? Wait, why did it explode immediately? Am I forgetting one of my many, many artifacts? Huh. Yeah, I was not... Okay, that's not really what I was... The outcome that I was after. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what's not bad is pulling this thing and then executing a slash to simultaneously kill 3 ghosts. And then we just assemble back here. Like the thing we have that's lowering the cooldowns on our spells is absolutely fantastic. It's this one, yeah. Whenever we gain, this is working out so well for us. May as well draw a card off of it. Yeah, I'll gain a mana. Love a mana. I don't know that I'm going to do anything with it, but I love to have it. Yeah, I think I maybe just hold it. Just hold the mana, and then this will explode and clear all that shit. Well, sorry, it won't clear the ghost, but... Alright, we got an awful lot of Void Rifts. We are really accumulating a lot of Void Rifts here. How do I want to deal with this? I mean, I could just bewitch this thing to deal with it. Just like bewitch it and back it up a step. It's not horrible. We can break your shield just to... Question is, what else do I want to do, right? Break your shield just to get that things, just to get the auto bomb to actually kill something. We could... Trying to figure out if we can do anything really interesting with this slicer. It says any direction, so like I just want to make sure I'm not going to blow the slicer up before it has a chance to blow up and kill the void spawn, and I don't know what order the explosions of my things happen at the end of the turn. So like spawning the slicer here and racing it over this thing, I'm worried that it just wouldn't actually kill it. But we can make it work. Right, and then I can just use the wander. That's fine. Well, no, I need the wander to make this thing walk. That's right. Well, I guess we can hope. And if this doesn't explode the way we want it to, we can still just deal with you next turn. But yeah, I do have to walk you, sorry, up to here. Okay, cool. The explosions happened in the preferred order. Alright, that guy's dead already, so it's just this pulsar that we have to be worried about. Why am I currently gaining a doom? We're not destroying a void rift. The void rifts don't produce doom anyway. Man. So, like, pop your shield, bewitch you, slash to remove you, and then now we would be taking 2 doom. It's still not clear to me why. Okay, strike 3 random invaders, draw this from your draw pile, and make it free when you sacrifice. Yo. That seems absolutely bananas. It is not more summons, but it seems absolutely bananas. Okay, and then I think we have to just take the Doom reduction. We're in a desperate spot for a Doom reduction here. Ooh, Ghost Plus. All their ghosts gain immunity, then give one of them a shield is an incredibly annoying trait. So I definitely want to start here by just playing Assemble into Slash, right? Sacrifice a summon and spawn dragon in its place. Strike all other tiles in this row and column. Yo! Maybe I play this instead. Well, sorry. Let's spend the activate, right? That seems like a pretty good... doing that does not even destroy it. It does require it to be recharged manually, but we can make that happen. That's a thing that can occur. Sadly, Death's Touch was not in our deck when we did any of that, so it did not become available, but we can just play it. I'm assuming that it will avoid immune targets. I guess let's find out. Yeah, okay. What a first turn, huh? Okay, and we're gonna get the Phantom Dragon here every turn, which is very rad. So let me break your shield and then take over your brain. And then what do I want to do here? I kind of want to move it up to here and execute Slash. I guess it's not very exciting, is it? Maybe what I do actually... Oh, this only moves 2 tiles. Never mind. I was going to say, if we could move the Autobomb 3 tiles, we would just punt it to there, right? I think I am hitting Slash just to kill you. And then... don't really have another great move after that. We don't have a thing to dragon summon, so I guess I can summon a puppet, but I can't put it anywhere that matters. I guess we're just holding 2 mana to next turn, which is fine. Okay, so this turn the triple strike is in our draw pile. So a sacrifice here could be very relevant. Let me... where do I want to make the destruction happen? I think this is going to be puppet goes here. We conjure. That's right, it moves it to a random tile. I need to recharge this summon. I guess we can poof again. Okay, advance will work. Just get you to there. Replace you with the dragon, which should draw me the card. Then we're going to just activate the dragon to finish off the Doom Channeler. We could have done it here, but it's not as juicy as it looks because not only would this guy have become invulnerable, but he would have regained his shield immediately. So this way maybe I should have just taken out the asteroid. I don't know. I think at this point, playing Death's Touch and just getting 3 random strikes is pretty good. And then we can... put you there and slash off of you to clear those 2. Okay, it's 1 problem solved. And then All I actually need to do is dragon you. Yeah, that, once again, I'd like to point out that Mystery Bear is absolutely phenomenal and often just hands us victories. Like, boosted Death Touch is very hard to beat, I think, here over these other upgrades. Yeah. Being able to get doubled free Death Touch seems fantastic. And again, I think we kind of got to just take Doom Reduction as we're approaching the final fight here. Man, again with the ghosts. Are you new? Oh, you're the non-plus version of this enemy. Yeah, okay. So pretty okay auto bomb. So our legendary card this time is Oru. The activate is just sacrifice this. That one's a little bit less exciting. So it's easy enough to break a pulsar. Gosh, I sure wish we had that dragon thing this time, because like breaking this pulsar, walking him down to here, and then exploding him would be fantastic. Although I guess we have to be a little bit careful how many pulsars we damage in a single round, right? We got to make sure we are getting the damn thing done. So I can sacrifice you to get a damage on there. And that looks like Conjure, Bewitch, and then Wander, and then I'm out of mana, actually. So I guess actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop this guy open. We're going to take the Bewitch. We're going to just do a slash here, because that cleans up that whole mess. And then we do have this. I'm a little nervous about it, because if it does break both of them, we can't clean them both up, right? Shoot, and I can't play a move because I don't have a body to move. But I could play a move, and then with 6 strikes, we'd be guaranteed... Well, would we be guaranteed? With 6 strikes, there's a chance that it hits them both, leaves one of them alive, and if I've just spent my mana moving, then we don't know for sure that we have the last enemy dead. Although I can spawn Oro next to it and force an explosion. So actually, no, it totally does work. So I'm just going to play Portal as a move card to give us the repeat. Oh, okay. The attacks can target immune enemies. They just didn't last time. We just didn't see it happen. That's interesting and kind of crummy. Not my favorite way of that being implemented, I guess I will say. Alright, let's definitely start with this. Once again, we gotta be careful what exactly we open up here. I think, like, conjuring this thing and then bewitching it and slice it and slashing it, I think is not bad. Doesn't really matter which of these we play, I don't think. Alright, that gives me some openings. And then... we can drop and assemble, get ourselves a card, Get ourselves mana and a card. And now, if I blow this up, we get... well, I don't have an easy blow up here. But if I sacrifice something, we get the death strike. Unfortunately, we can't use Wander to like body slam enemies the way we can use the natural puppet movement. But I could just summon a puppet, right? We could go like puppet here, normal move, bonk you. And then this guy's explosion will at least kill those two. Giving it a shield's not really going to do anything. I don't think. I think I'm comfortable with this. I think I'm comfortable just... The way it's warning me that there's going to be doom, but I think it's wrong. I think that the explosion happens first. Yeah, okay. It's just lying. It is not actually running the end of turn sequence. You just have to know better. That's not the way that shit should work. All right. So we need to spend a move card. I think I'm comfortable with this. Just any move card to get this to be free, and then let's see what happens. Okay, interesting. So, I mean, I certainly like Disrupt You, spawn Uru here, and then we don't have anything else critical that we have to do, but like we can only carry over 2 mana between turns, right? So I may as well. Yeah. Okay. Is there a better way to do this? I'd love to kill all 3 of them at once. I'm not sure that I can. Let's move this to here and then play 6 strikes. That'll do it. Yeah, that that death touch is unbelievable. What an incredibly good thing. Deadly Needle is pretty rad, actually, in our deck. Discard a card and purge this to give the discarded card +1 repeat. Also pretty good, actually. Considering how frequently we're going to be able to use this on the death card. I think these are both compelling. I'm going to take the reverb. Maybe I'm trying to get too fancy. All right, Min's Workshop. Welcome as always. Return a random 0-cost card from your discard pile to your hand. Don't know about that. Whenever a summon is sacrificed, okay, just all of the spells all of the time. I do like that. Spawn a random summon on any tile. Reduce cost by 1 this turn when you cast a spell. That's interesting. Netherlash is pretty cool. Maker's Fury is certainly pretty cool. Whoops is like... Yeah, I'm going to take that just because it seems like a fun kind of chaos. Sacrifice each summon. They each fire a beam upward, striking 3 tiles. Alright. Maybe I'm overfilling my deck here. This adds a slow start. I think a slow start's not totally heartbreaking. Overall, our permanent modifiers aren't too bad, except that Aegis Invaders is like annoying, right? It's certainly not totally destructive, but it is annoying. Okay, so I gotta spawn something. boy. Yeah, having an ephemeral puppet in hand every turn off of Haunted Mirror, I think is actually pretty solid. So we don't know where these things are going to end up exactly. Oh, no, we totally do. We totally do. Disregard the thing I'm saying. Because they back up their tentacle one space, right? So if we put this here, and then we move it to there, it will be in position to get some work done. Oh, this isn't my Death's Touch. This is a different Death's Touch. That's a free Death's Touch off of the bear. Okay, well then... I'm gonna spawn a thing here just to make sure we do one spell this turn. That's a little bit of a bummer. Obviously, it wouldn't have been ideal for it to be in the deck either, but we would have had it at the same time as the Reverb at least. Okay, I'm gonna say on this tile, spawn me something random. What did I get? A Will-O-Wisp. Reduce the cooldown of each spell by 1. That's cool. I think I'm going to cast some spells, obviously. Feeling pretty okay about that. And then... do I want to just... I mean, I guess I want to just, like, assemble here, right? I don't think there's anything we want to purge for exhaust. I'm looking for a productive way to spend one more mana, and it's a little awkward. Because everything good to do here kind of requires 2. But that's fine. We'll just do that then. Put you there, and you can get some decent work done. The auto-explode is such a wonderful thing. That's right, we have enough poof in our deck that it probably doesn't matter most of the time whether we do... whether we begin the turn with 4 or 5 mana, because the thing will get us there. I think Shrivel here is actually really good, because I think the bug will destroy itself on the bomb, right? It gains the shield before the swipes, before the strikes, not afterward. That card is worded wrong. There seems to be kind of a lot of that in this game. We should maybe be a little bit more careful. I guess let's bewitch you. You just blow up at the end of the turn. I suppose I can break that. And then... yeah, that seems fine. I could have done a slash instead. Ah, damn it, we drew it right away. That's really frustrating. Part of the value of adding more cards to the deck is it reduces the likelihood that you will immediately draw Death's Touch. That said, I think we still spawn a puppet, play a move. I guess I didn't realize we were only going to have the one move. Shoot. Show me some more cards. Okay, well we can move the thing again afterward. Oh, right, this isn't my Death's Touch. So, when I sacrifice this invader, then we draw my Death's Touch with all the upgrades, and we play it, and it's awesome. And then with 3 mana, we just also play this one, because it's a really good card. Yeah, that feels alright. That card alone may be responsible for a bigger turnaround in our play than I think we've seen in any other deck so far. Let's just put you here and play ourselves a spell. And then I guess just do the same thing again. Alright, so now let's throw something down. Let's give it a nice strike here, which draws these, and let's go crazy. I need to... Do I want to reverb the enhanced one? Is it too late in the fight for this to be a thing worth doing? No, I think I'm gonna puppet and then wander my puppet so that we get the extra repeat, and let's just go nuts. Oh, I thought that was gonna open the boss up, and then I was gonna okay, well, in that case I will just reverb this. And the explosions will handle everything else. Is it open up the boss time now? Okay. Maybe you can't get the boss open until it's down at least this far. It's also possible that the boss won't open during my turn. I don't specifically remember whether we've seen that happen before. Okay, so tap. Just go ahead and bewitch you, and then like slash. And then spawn a little dude. And move the little dude to here. Okay. Alright, I am specifically leery of drawing a card right now, so I'm going to not do anything that would cause me to draw a card until after we have... leery of drawing my death touches. So I'm not going to draw any cards until after we have done stuff to sacrifice dudes. And the way I want to do this is, I think let's play this here. Let's use a slash. So that'll get me my cards. Let's play a friend, or I could use tactical advance to just move the bomb. I can't move it to anywhere super fun, though. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm going to do. Just move it forward. That'll give me the extra super repeat here. That's 9 strikes. And then here's 3 more strikes. And then we can start playing other stuff. Let's go... I mean, I guess this isn't exactly rocket science. Is there anything that I want to do here? I think we kind of just end the turn. Let the boss core be available next turn. Open that shit up and go for it. Yeah, this has become a pretty powerful situation here. Inevitable course of the universe, not up for debate. Their fate is extinction, and yours is to deliver it. Okay. But my duty is to protect, because I'm the protagonist, and I choose to protect a future where children see mercy as a strength. Children are never going to see this event. It's fine. Whatever. We're here to fight the boss, because the boss is the boss. It doesn't necessarily have to be more complicated than that. Okay. So we should, in theory, be a lot more... we should have a much easier time of this than the previous character did, because of the fact that we have the ability to just spawn things on either side. So... I think I'm going to spawn you here. Activate you to move here. Then we play Portal. Well, shoot, it still won't let me play this. Whatever, it's fine. We play Portal, draw 2 cards, the summon goes somewhere and gets recharged. Okay. I can't use it to go here? Can't, no diagonals? It's a shame. Alright, you're gonna explode and do something cool there. That's fine. And then... what else? What else do we want to do? We can spawn a friend over here and start doing some work. I'm trying not to spend everything, because if I were to draw the reverb, I would love to play it on Death's Touch, but I don't think we're going to be able to draw... I mean, I guess I can draw a card for free off of Totem. We just play like Totem here. Draw me something. Okay, interesting. So now, whoops, only costs 1. I think I'm going to open you up. Okay, the slash strikes across the gap. I'm a little surprised about that. But I guess that makes sense though. It is as though there was a space here, and it's an untraversable space. But we saw bomb explosions reaching over last time, so it's not, I guess, actually that surprising. And that makes whoops actually free, gaining us another totem. Okay. Obviously, at this point, Death's Touch is not super compelling. I'm kind of wondering if the play is like exhaust, maybe? Because if we exhaust out a summon puppet, we've been getting by okay without a huge number of puppets. Hopefully this isn't like a crazy thing to do. There we go. Find the reverb, set that card up for the rest of the battle. And then we've got an explosion already going on here. I can bewitch something, but I'm not sure that it's super helpful to do so. Maybe we just want to hold. Because, like, what would I bewitch? Yeah, I think I'm just going to hold the 2 mana. So get a couple of good explosions here. Okay. Slicer is so good. So that bomb's not in a very good spot. No, go there. Alright, Slicer's doing fine work. The beams always go upward, sadly. Just go ahead and break your shield. We'll puppet here. And then the question is, am I best off just detonating the puppet now to give us the chance to position more things for later? Or do I maybe like... Oh, I have the wrong thing haunted for Wander. I was going to say, if we wandered this guy down and then hit the beam, it's actually pretty good. I can just wander, move my haunt, and then wander again. It's not terrible. Actually, I think that, yeah, that's like, why'd you have to go and make it terrible? Shit. That thing, I didn't write, because it's a move card whether or not you actually move with it. Alright, I'm going to do something a little weird here. Let's pop you down and slash with you. Then I can move you down to this position. Then we can shoot beams. Yeah, overall that's not too bad. I think I'm gonna... Oh, shoot, except I didn't actually take care of the spitter. I was thinking too hard about everything else. Do I want to spend a reroll this early on 1 point of doom? Probably not. I just need to play a little bit more carefully. Yeah, I'm going to try to save my rerolls for more dangerous circumstances. Man. This thing putting a junk, or this thing plus the artifact that puts a junk in my hand every turn is so good. But I guess I don't want to draw right now. What I want to do is play something and sacrifice it. I think it probably is just like pop it into slash, right? Okay, and then we want to... Now we want to draw cards. So we have both Portal and Advance. It probably makes sense to play the Slicer and use the Slicer's ability and then Portal. We'll see what it does with my Slicer. And then we play Super Mega Death Touch. Okay, to put my Slicer in a position where it's not, like, particularly useful at all. If I cast Assemble here, we can get our whoops for free, which is probably pretty worthwhile. So let's assemble, like, here. Draw a card, why not? Get whoops for free. Draw a card, why not? Striking the tiles to this thing's left and right doesn't really do anything. It's going to explode. We could move something. I could move you to here. I don't really care about, like, the presence of this tick at all. And then maybe we just pass the turn on that one? Actually, can you... No, because this would be 4 spaces. If I were to move you over... Oh, shoot, I forgot who I was haunting. Okay, well, you stand there. Fix my error. Okay, hands down, pretty easy phase relative to last time, certainly. Okay, and this does remember its upgrade. It does have the bonus thing on it. So, what I would really love to do here, let's go Slicer, Chop, Portal. And then I may as well just, like, go ahead and Death Touch a lot. Well, the other thing I could do is I could move the Slicer to here, use his natural movement to place him here, conjure into, like, the best slash ever. And that doesn't let me play Super Death Touch, but it is pretty good, I think. And then we can play, like, this guy into a position back here, draw a card, and if that card, I was going to say, if that card turns out to be poof, then we still get to play Super Death Touch. But if not, that's also fine. So what else do we want to do then? Do we just want to hold? I suppose I could bewitch something. Something in the front row, probably. Like this. Hey, look, it's the poof. Just a little bit too late, unfortunately. I don't think it changes anything. I don't think we're gonna actually play anything. But okay, there we go. There's some destruction. Okay. Once again, we find ourselves in a position to potentially play an awful lot of Death Strike. So we only have the normal move. So I'm trying to figure out, how do I place this to get maximum value out of it and then move it to like here or here? And I think, sadly, the actual answer, the like extremely unexciting answer is I just chop you. Because like I could move it without spending its chop, but I don't know that that gets us anything more exciting. And then obviously the plan is to slash after we death touch, or before we death touch. Well, no, I have to do the sacrifice to draw so the slash won't be good anymore. Well, it might not be. It depends on what happens. Yeah. Maybe actually I should just also summon a puppet and slash with that. You know what? I'm going to do that. We'll come back to you. We'll slash with this puppet. We'll get this thing. Now we can use a movement card to put you like here. No, you only move 4 spaces. So we'll get your move. And then the last card we played is still a move card. So we get the full strength of this. Which works out pretty well. I can blow up a shield to get a free whoops. Which I think will play here. Okay, there's no reason particularly to do anything to Oru. Shrivel will at least ensure that we actually kill those guys. Pretty good stuff. Well, put you down here. Let's pierce one of these guys. That's a pretty good strike, obviously. And then the question is, what from there do we do? We can make Oru... Like, honestly, like, make Oru... No, I put him in the wrong spot. What am I doing? Yeah, that was an error, because what I'm gonna do this, and then it's this guy who needs to be blown up. Silly error. Not terribly critical error, though, because I'll just make a different free guy, and then we'll, you know, bounce you in front of the bomb, and we'll just clear the table. Okay, so here comes the part that got me last time. I am not as convinced that it's going to get me this time. I think we got a lot going for us here. Strike to there. So removing this thing will immediately cause new spawns, right? Yeah, and then we'll draw Death's Touch and obviously be able to do stuff about those spawns. I guess let's go ahead and just... The only move card I have is Wander, so we're going to have to place something in Wander. And it's a little tricky because we have no idea what's going to be left alive after the Wander. But I guess I'll just put it in the middle here and... Alright, good start. Some good stuff there. Let's put you... here. And then maybe just call it. Yeah, this is still like very, very compressible at this point. Do I want to prioritize chopping you? I think I want to prioritize breaking the heart. So we have a better idea of what the layout of stuff is going to be. Oh, there's another heart up here. We don't know until we break that anyway. Well, I can certainly start it. And then... Here, let's do this. I do need to get rid of this thing. We can take it a little slower on the hearts. I guess let's see what this gives us. All right, a totem. I don't hate that. I'm just going to make another totem for this rather than moving the existing one all the way over there. And then... Let's blow it up now to try to get an idea of what... Okay, the positions for new things. Let our current on-the-board explosions do some work. So I think we're going to want to move you... Why is stuff exploding when I move it sometimes? I'm still not 100% clear. I mean, this explosion's good. This explosion's good. I was trying to get up into a position to burn that, but I think, you know what? At this point, we can probably just... Well, I may as well break a shield here. Break a shield to break a heart. Okay. So the death touch is in the deck. Definitely inclined to like strike like that. And then I don't actually have a blast in here. I'm just now noticing. But let's put you there. Break a heart. And then slash this row. And then I can tactical advance this guy and get a recharge. Which is interesting. It's a little bit of a shame because I can't get him to where I really want him to be. But I can put him in a position to just kill the heart, which is something. Killing the heart's gonna spawn a whole bunch of new problems. So many new problems. And then we're gonna do this. We're going to see how many of those problems remain. And the answer is more of them than I would like. Okay, so some assist cards have been dropped. That's interesting. If I summon directly onto such an assist card, do I get it? I do. What about a Scorching Artillery Strike? Seems pretty okay. Pretty helpful position, really. And then I guess I summon directly onto the other one. Slice up my foes. To be perfectly honest with you, it kind of feels like I did those in the wrong order, but the important thing is everything's dead and we won. This war was never the right choice. Let's build a new future, a brighter one. It's all just kind of like, I think part of the problem here is that there's like, I've been talking about it in terms of there being too much text because I don't think the text is very good. And it is true that they're using way too many lines for expressing very simple interactions. But I think the game also kind of has a problem where there's too little text in the sense that none of this stuff has been explained to the degree that we have anything to hold on to as far as the specifics of the story or the stakes or even what the enemy is really representing. Like, it's all just this kind of like very loose, very barely told, sort of waving in the direction of, I don't know, you saw Gurren Lagann or whatever, right? Like, pretend we did that. And it kind of just, it makes it suck, you know? The thing about Gurren Lagann is they actually went to the trouble of making the whole series. So that makes it work better. Okay, first step towards a new tomorrow. And here's 3 of the default pilots and also 1 of the secondary pilots for some reason. As the heroes gazed upon the dying star, they knew that their fate was still far from certain. But now they stood ready to carve a future of their own making. Which was also true before. Okay. So, that apparently is the true ending of the game. And we have seen all 3 of the mechs. There's definitely like a bunch more stuff that could be... It's a roguelike. You know, we have not unlocked all the things. But as you might be able to tell, I kind of am not... I'm not in love with this. And honestly, I think even on the highest difficulty, it's kind of way too easy. So I think we're gonna bail on this. It's not a bad game. I don't mean to come across so like too negative. It's attractive and the mechanics are pretty fun. But I do think this is not a game that I want to spend like 100 hours on. So look at all this stuff we got. The ability to polymorph entities into entities. That's pretty rad. Although certainly you could really put your foot in it with this. Yeah. Neat stuff, and there's this pack system, and there's... there's, oh boy, somebody's OCs, and... Yeah, that's gonna be it for me with StarVaders, I think. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, listen, there is no shortage of really rad stuff coming out lately. I'm very excited to get into a couple of things for sure. So when you come back next time, we're gonna be on to one of those, and we'll see you then.